It's been such a long time since Boston led the way. It's more than a feeling. It's Mike and Tom to start the day. The heart of Massachusetts should be freedom, justice, and liberty. Freedom like pilgrims from Plymouth Bay. Salem trials had justice too late. The sons of liberty spilled the tea, and then the redcoats spilled their blood. The shot heard around the world rang out from the Bay State. Boston strong and ready to defend. It's where revolution started and ends. It's been such a long time since Boston led the way. It's more than a feeling. It's Mike and Tom to start the day. Quincy Market, Freedom Trail, Charles River, Boston Harbor, Bunker Hill, Griffin's Wharf, Fenway Park, Old North Charge. It's been such a long time since Boston led the way. It's more than a feeling. It's Mike and Tom to start the day.
Yo, good morning.
Morning. Good morning. Good morning.
Yeah,
Ooh.
it is. It's kind of one of those rainy day Tuesdays here. On Wednesday, right? Wednesday.
It is the perfect day to go fishing. There's no wind.
But even in the rain, I remember that being a pretty good time. Doesn't really affect the fish so much. They don't really care.
Don't care. So I'm going fishing with my nephew today.
Oh, no shit.
Yeah, it's like a nephew type of week, I guess. We're cool. I don't get to spend this. Usually I get him for a day, but not 2 days. So we'll see what happens. Keep that bond and stuff going, right?
Yeah, bro. He needs, I don't need to repeat this. You know what I know. He needs a guiding light, someone to go, hey, Boston, you did the Boston Red Sox. Yeah. But it has to be consistent, which, you're doing the right thing. You know what to do.
So we went to that supercharged place yesterday.
The Route 1 and was it? Is it in Foxborough?
Yeah, it's right in Foxborough. Right when you get off the highway, it's like right on the right. So what you do is you race for times. The freaking little kid freaking smoked me at the first race. I couldn't believe it.
I can.
He did good. If he beat me driving, I can't be any prouder than that because when I drive there, it's all I got. And if he beat me, that's I don't know what to say, man. That's pretty freaking good. Yeah. Then the second and third race, I had to show him how
how you roll. Okay.
So we both ran 40s in the first race, 40 seconds a lap, and then I ran a 39, and that was it. He couldn't touch me. So happens.
Those are fucking good. Those are good times. It seems like. I mean, he just beat you by about 10th of a second, maybe.
Not even. It was a hundredth of a second, a couple hundredths of a second.
He doesn't have his license yet.
No, he's only 15.
All right. Well, there you go. I mean, it kind of.
I've been. Needless to say, not that he's driven a full size Chevy Tahoe through parking lots and stuff like that, like emergency braking routine. Like if he's driving, for example, not that he's of age, but if he was to drive, and you go through a parking lot, and you all of a sudden you scream, and he's gonna hit the brake as fast as he can and stop the truck as fast as he can. Emergency full stop. Kid in front of you. Stop the truck right now. So I make him do those emergency stops. Yeah. So he can practice at 10 miles an hour. This is what it's going to feel like to stop. Right. And then at like 30 miles an hour, it's a whole different experience when you don't stop, when you're trying to and you're not stopping. So I was teaching him all this.
Yeah, when you don't really know what to do. Like, I mean, that's real life situation shit going on there.
Every car's different. The weight, velocity, momentum, the brakes.
Well, and they don't really teach you that in driver's ed.
They sit behind a screen. No, if you're gonna go down, no. So,
do they still give you a break by 6 months if you take driver's ed?
I think so.
I think you're right. Yeah, I think it's 17 or 16 and a half when you take driver's ed.
It's all money now, dude. It's all about money.
Dude,
you gotta pay to get it early.
you've changed my mind so much about the government, and it's about how they get the check. Like I didn't think there was a way to get the check, but there is a way to get the check.
Yep.
With the police department and stuff. The big moves in the state police department, huh?
Oh, you see that? One by one.
I did, man.
Guarino. Listen, Guarino does all people. He's the only one that like really scared the hell out of me. Like
he's a mofo.
You can't train that type of stuff. You either can pull an extraction out of a phone, or you can't.
It's black and white. There's no if I can't do it. I don't know how to do it. You're right. Intentional or
deliberate.
Either
deliberate. Incompetence or intent.
Thank you.
Right.
Thank you. Yeah.
And it seems like a lot of them pick the intentional part.
Yeah.
Because you can't think that they're that incompetent. How do they get that position? It's just.
But Buchanan's still a detective, right? Out in Framingham now. Is that what? So he went to South.
Fucking taxpayer dollars went.
No.
He went to Southie, right?
He went to Southie, but then he's getting shipped out to Framingham.
Right. Yeah. So I was watching Aiden from last night this morning, and like when these guys go out early, like say Guarino goes out early because he's hurt.
Yep.
And he's he can go get another job after because he can get his pension because he's going out possibly on an injury. But Turtle Boy's like I saw him in the back parking lot that day, and he walked fine. And then when we get into court, he was just leaning over on the railing, putting the dog and pony on.
Just like Kyle Dougal walks up and down them stairs fine. The guy got no problem with his knee, none.
It's interesting to me that, and then they had the doctor in the pocket, so to speak, and like, okay, we need this guy to go on 75% disability and all that other shit.
Yep.
And now, if it gets worse, right? Let's say you're a cop and it gets worse, and you go out at 75, 10 years from then, can you get full disability from that, or that doesn't happen? No. So once you go at 75, yeah,
that's it. You're pulling the trigger then, or he can come back to work for that other 25%. For how long?
Oh,
another what?
Okay.
10 years on the force for that another 25%.
Yeah.
Check it away. Because it's not.
Wow.
By the way, I think if you're disabled, I'm not sure if that's taxable income. Because I think
hurt the job too. Yeah.
Made it. Do you know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah.
You're getting taxed twice.
Yeah.
So I don't know how that works. Yep. But again, right? I mean, if he's found not to be disabled, that sounds like a whole different type of liability lawyer type of thing he's going to need to get.
Because if they have footage of him walking normal, and then because it just really takes one fuck up or two that you get caught nowadays.
Just one.
Like, remember these people that will go in disability on the job.
Imagine if they already have that one thing on this guy.
Yeah.
So they're just waiting to let him go on disability. Oh, checkmate. Gotcha.
Yeah, they go with a bad shoulder, and then 2 weeks later, they're lifting their air conditioning over their head, for the window and stuff. They got them on film. They have investigators for that shit.
That's what they do. So I'd be glad to see the tables turned on that guy. It's about time that he gets a little bit of my love.
He's a fucking evil bastard.
Yep.
Evil. He should be brought up on charges.
Yeah.
Gross misconduct.
Dude,
I mean, just
did he even have a warrant to touch that phone? How many phones has he touched? Think about this. How many times does he say, "Yeah, just give me the phone, I'll make a copy of it. Get the warrant later." Well, you can't.
Yeah.
Because once you copy the phone, right?
It's lost.
You have possession.
So if you backdate a warrant, even though it's backdated, there's still a timestamp somewhere on that where it was received in the office of the judges. Even though we're gonna backdate it 2 days, it still came out on this date. They
go through that little punch machine, and it's all numerical. Every time it gets punched, the number changes.
Yeah.
So like a machine. So
I mean, Buchanan was writing and telling you were writing reports that were 2 years past, dude.
Yeah.
And if that's the norm, like that's acceptable, that's fucked up.
That's
fucked up.
That's how they roll. Yeah, dude.
Fucking murder police, man.
Like Aiden said, you would like to think they'd be maybe hopefully a little more responsible, adultish,
Mature.
maturish.
Yeah.
It's all of that.
And they have no problem locking somebody, watching somebody sit up in front of the courtroom as they sit there, in the front row with somebody in the cage, going, "I did that. I
How
did
do
that."
they sleep at night?
No, I don't know, dude.
Think of what their wives must feel.
I get a feeling it's like
See
bipolar. They got
that?
a work life and a fucking home life.
No.
No,
Listen, to have your husband do something like that forever, you and your family are seeing that. You think Proctor's kids are ever gonna forget that his father put taillight where it didn't belong?
no. They'll not with the internet and the way it is and social media and stuff. They'll be blackballed, so to speak, forever. You punch in that last name, MSP Proctor, you'll find everything you need to know as a kid.
It'd be
If
something
not, someone will tell you.
when Jen McKay becomes a grandma.
Oh,
We gotta think of a name already for that one.
Mama McCabe. Oh,
No,
these
but
people.
think about that, Mike. She's gonna be a grandma, right?
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, a murderous grandma.
I don't know, man. It's hard to like. I feel like we've taken that as far as we can, but we just got to keep people
God,
aware of what's happening.
who killed John O'Keefe? What are you talking about? We've
No,
taken.
no. I'm saying that part of like, hey, we can't do anything more than the McCabe's and the McAlberts about exposing them, except keeping it relevant every week. But we can't like do anything legally and push for something unless we get the death certificate on John O'Keefe changed from unknown or whatever she put down there to homicide. Then you open up the whole can of worms, right? Am I wrong on that, or is that kind of on the right path there?
So, yeah, I think what happens is the DA has to get removed.
Yeah.
All and when he leaves, all new people come in,
Right.
and then that the new administration for the DA, we have to
Can lobby the medical office.
petition them
Yeah.
to then go make moves. It'll be on someone's agenda item, and oh, by the way, blah, we're hearing this. Again, we don't have any say in that matter. We're not relevant in any way, shape, manner, or form when it comes to somebody's passing, one way or the other. There's nothing. It's all when minute someone passes, it's processed at that point. From that point passes, it's all you have to do this. You have to get a death certificate. It's got to be done by this. There's
Right.
a process in place.
Right.
We have no control over any part of that process.
Right.
So
suspicious, natural death, whatever it might be, homicide.
they can call it an alien, and there's nothing we can do. But
So
we can petition the district attorney, who is a votable position by the people,
yes.
and ask them to maybe reopen it, or have a couple investigators look at this case. So they sit down with the case file and they say, well, maybe what about this? And did we ask this person? What about that? I mean, a phone call to Alan Jackson could probably make that a whole lot easier.
And then you look at, let's talk about Sandra Birchmore for a second. You have the federal government overturn a death certificate to a homicide.
Yeah.
And you
imagine that. Imagine that. Of all people, they just walk right in and say, you know what? We got this. No, don't worry about the work you've already done on that case.
And the state police in the Norfolk County District Attorney's Office refuses to bring up charges on said Matthew Farwell and overturn a state death certificate and press charges. To let the feds handle everything. That's so. What's wrong with these people? Like, the feds just told you, hey, we have a homicide here, not unalive yourself.
Right.
We believe what our medical examiner said. That's fucked up.
We have no say in that matter in any way, shape, manner, or form, unfortunately. That's when it's like we're powerless over that.
I know.
Even though it was wrong.
Right.
So
right. That's why I want the feds to do it with John. Like, and once that happens, or the DA does that, I think you might be better off. Obviously, it's fucked up.
New DA will help
There is a
everybody.
standout this weekend.
Sandra Birchmore.
Who? New DA, yeah. Yeah. So there's a standout this weekend.
Okay.
Are you glitching?
No, you are.
Saturday, I am. Want me to log back out?
Just making sure I got nothing else open.
All right.
That. Don't want that.
Seems better now. Am I still glitching?
Not now.
Okay. But
Facebook and StreamYard aren't getting along again. There's issues between them. Yeah. So StreamYard's had their big thing this morning when I logged into it, saying that they had there's issues.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
It seems like when it rains out.
Well, that could be it.
Can you open up Twitter and go to Birchmore so I can give you the exact? I think it's Stoughton Center.
That's probably right.
Yeah, I something at the time, Tom.
The last time that's where we did it. We did it at Stoughton Center, right in front, right by the like 5 corners there.
Yeah, you come right in. I mean, it's not a big center.
Did you see Mary Lou Retton got arrested?
Yeah.
What a mess.
Yep. Wow, she looks horrible. Yeah. I posted that yesterday. I reposted that yesterday. She doesn't look. She's a shell of herself. I mean,
she's not who we thought she was, or who she was, who we see her as. Look how small she is. She's peanut.
Oh yeah, she's a 5-footer, less than 5.
No, she ain't. She's a 4-footer. Resisting arrest.
Fucking gold medal athlete falls from grace.
Done. Well, no, she's already fallen. She just got busted this time.
Yeah.
All right. Let's see. We want do this.
That was. You can never glitch. Thank you, fan of the truth. Yeah. So Turtle Boy either wants to go with purple or green for his color. Big vote last night. I don't know what. I think it landed on purple. We'll see.
Purple looks good.
Yeah, I like purple. All right.
So I have the indictment here of Farwell. There's that. We can talk about that one.
Yeah, that's a good one. If you read, I don't know what page.
It's not much.
Then I give you all. If you go to Diddy, then right, find Diddy on Twitter, and she has 4 pages we can look at.
Okay.
Pretty sick. Yeah.
1, 2, 3. 3 pages.
Yeah.
All right. So present share screen. Okay. So this is what they said in court.
This is old. This is back on August 27th, 24. So these are the charging docs. Is that what she said they were? Yeah.
Yeah. So on the 27th or on about April 1st, defendant Matthew Farwell.
2012 to 2022, right? Make sure you get those dates in there. March 27th.
I didn't even see that.
Yeah. So there's a big gap. It's 13 years here, right? Am I right doing that somewhere on there?
Okay, so between those dates,
thank you.
Matthew Farwell was a sworn officer of the Stoughton Police Department in Stoughton. In his capacity as a Stoughton police officer, Farwell has also served as instructor for the Stoughton Police Explorers Program.
Fucker.
Okay. Wow, she was born in 97. In around March 2010, Sandra Birchmore applied to be a participant in the police explorers. At that time, Birchmore was 12 years old.
Fucking sick buck.
Wow. She began participating in the program in or around the spring of 2010 and remained in the program
Wow.
till 2016. So for 6 years, she was in the program.
Holy shit, dude.
Yeah.
She was 12 years old.
Ugh.
Wow.
Before Birchmore attained the age of 16 years old, Farwell engaged in sexual intercourse and other sex acts with Birchmore. Farwell's sexual contact with Birchmore continued until in or around early 2021. The Stoughton Police Department required employees, including police officers, to accurately report their time and attendance in order to receive wages and overtime. During some of the shifts when Farwell was supposed to be performing his duties as a Stoughton police officer, he was instead engaged in sex acts with Birchmore. So he told his wife he was going to work. He got paid for it, so she didn't think twice of it. Wow. He failed to disclose the information to the Stoughton Police Department, and he took steps to conceal his conduct from other department employees. In or around December 2020, Birchmore learned that she was pregnant. Birchmore told Farwell he was the father of the child.
Interesting.
She told him that he was the father, and he wasn't. He ended up not being the father.
That's right.
Oof.
What the fuck?
On or about January 20th, 2021, Birchmore's friend called the Stoughton Police Department and told a department employee that Farwell had been having sex with Birchmore shortly thereafter.
That's big right there.
Department employee told Farwell about the call.
That's huge right there.
So the reporting party told the desk guy. Desk guy went right to Farwell with it. And he said, "Don't ever talk about this ever again." And the guy listened to him.
That's right. Complicit?
100%.
Unknowingly, that's like a manslaughter charge, right? And it's unintentional manslaughter, something like that.
Yeah.
I'm saying like that to me is
contributing to the delinquency of a minor.
Right. Maybe this said person on the desk is talking or cooperating with everything, you know?
Think of that. Failure to report a crime.
That's fucked up.
As a police officer, you failure to report a crime as a cop? Oof. That's so right against.
Fuck. It's so fucked up. I feel like what else is there? What else have they hidden over the years? Like this, because this police department has been shadowed by allegations for like, drug conspiracy they got busted with back in the 80s, I believe it was.
Yeah.
And they came out of that and went right into this. So it's been a haven for corruption for a while. Good.
Hold on, I'll be right back. Give me a second.
Yep. Yeah, Brick Gal. Yeah, I think he had another one. He had another one being. He had his own. His own. His family. His wife was having a baby, and at the same time, or no, he unalived her, and then went that night to have his baby one. So it was within 8 months or 6 months of each other. Yeah, but she had told him. Sarah had told Matthew she wants X amount of dollars for support and X amount of dollars for childcare, and it was like a $7,000 nut a month. I think that bothered him quite a bit because where was he going to get that money?
All right. All right, you ready? So that, Mike, on or about January 20th, 2021, right? Birchmore's friend called the police department, right?
Yep.
But then on February 1st, 2021, so January 20th to February 1st.
Month and a half?
No, it's a couple days, Mike.
No, February, not January, but so it's 30 days in January too.
Right.
Oh,
So
20th. Oh, I thought you said December. I
no,
apologize.
no,
Oh, okay.
January 20th to
Yeah,
February 1st. There's
10
10 days,
days.
right?
Yeah, yeah. Wow.
10 days later, the fucking girl calls up, says X, Y, and Z's happening.
Right. And then she's unalive.
And the cop
What
that
the
took that call
fuck?
has nothing to do with that, right?
That's where I
That's
draw the
where you
line.
said accessory
Yeah.
murder there, my friend.
Right. You press that button, you pressure that button, a lot of shit's gonna come. I mean, if I was that person, said person at that desk, and I relayed that message to Mr. Matthew Farwell instead of going to my maybe he was the superior at the time. I don't know, but if he say he wasn't working and she waited, or he waited for the next day to do it and give it to him, that's complicit. That's unknowingly, because you can't tell what Matthew's going to do 10 days from then, obviously, but he put that into his coffee every day. He's thinking about that. Now, he took 10 days to think about what he was going to do and not stay there.
And remember, he went to her apartment?
Yes, he was looking around the apartment. He
Around.
was trying to figure out how he's going to do it. So he was premeditated, obviously. You know,
Yep.
he's fucked. And I can't believe that the Norfolk County DA's office has this information and yet refuses to act on any of the stuff.
Like it never happened.
Like it never happened. And like we brought up Bayland yesterday, Bayland.
And
She's
yeah,
a big player in this. She's the one that didn't bring charges up. She found it unnecessary.
yeah,
We're gonna go with unalive yourself.
because it was
Just
convenient and doesn't look at the problem. And then look what happened after that. John O'Keefe could possibly be alive today. Think about that for a second, because of the inaccuracy here. So if the O'Keefes have any problem or anything, this is where they should be going. They should be going, because you didn't prosecute this case here, you allowed it to continue to a year later, almost to the day.
I mean, now you have all these police from Canton that were involved with this.
Same players, same players.
You know, hey, if we just play it like the Birchmore case and just dumb it down and shut up,
right?
We can make this go away too.
10 days later,
10 days, man.
she's no longer here. 365 days later, John O'Keefe is not here. There's too much of a coincidence here, dude. Like,
I don't believe in coincidences.
Again, that things line up too well. And when was Craig Casey, by the way?
Right, a year before that. It was Christmas Eve before that.
And things are lining up.
Fuck.
Justin Root was probably before that.
A little bit before that, yeah. I don't know the exact date, but it was definitely in the fall, I believe. It could have been the spring, but yeah. So you have Casey, Birchmore, O'Keefe, all three Canton,
and
there's a fucking pattern.
Yeah,
that's fucked
the lady in the pond, right?
Yeah, the Jane Doe that's no one's talking about, that was found in
Norfolk County, right? Yep. No one knows nothing about this one. Unsolved. Nope. Just nobody.
Yep. Like you said, when we first started doing this, you said way back when that there's a paper trail of somebody somewhere. You just gotta try hard, right? You gotta keep going, right? These guys, they don't care. Now, nope. There's no body count for Canton on paper, so to speak. Like they don't get disciplined to have it.
Listen, if they unalive themselves, it's not a reportable crime.
Yeah, all right.
A murder is a reportable crime. You now have 2 murders in the town of Canton, which makes the most. I mean, you don't have 2 murders in Mattapan in the past couple of days.
Right.
So
it's a good point. Yeah.
The crime rate's going up. Hence why the chief, because she can't say it didn't happen now. So
no.
All your town numbers, all your demographic numbers that they pull, they're all changing. Even like vandalism, which is what that house. Remember that house that they destroyed?
The one they bought off.
Yeah. That one. It was probably reported as vandalism. That's once it's reported as that, it's recorded as that. It has to be reported to the state as that. So guess what? Now Canton has a vandalism charge on their thing. Not that it was prosecuted, because that Helene can say, hey, we prosecuted that, we took care of it, everyone's happy, blah, closed. Case is closed on that. We paid them off.
They got like 60 G's in cash. Pretty fucked up. And it all comes back to real estate property, money, murder, solve rate. Like, who wants a murder rate in Canton? Like, we just found out there actually were 3 murders, not unalived or accidentals or fucking wow. Motherfuckers, man.
And not just that, exactly. Marsha Leonard.
Yeah.
Just what they stop, Mike.
Did anybody in the chat know who the extractor was for the Walsh case? Was it Garino?
I think it was.
I do too. I just want to make sure I was right. I think it was. If that's the case, then you have 3 cases. You put the Walsh there, you put the Birchmore there, and the O'Keefe case together now. Now you have 3 different cases where his name has been the extractor for all the software data for the phones or, iPads or whatever, Google searches. Yeah, he's going to be held accountable.
Yep.
Hey, Brian, he's going to be held accountable.
And again, it's in the process that, like, he has a right to a process, whether he did his job correctly or not. Not what you and I think, not what you and I know, not what we can deduct out of all this.
Right.
It's the people in place, his co-workers, that are going to determine whether or not he did his job or not us. The same people that the court officers, the judges, they're going to make that determination.
Now, if I was a sitting DA, and I was coming up for re-election, and I needed some of this matter to go away, I'd start pinning it on guys that did the investigation and turn my back to them and say, "No, Garino, I know we were in this together, but unfortunately, you're the scapegoat for me to keep my political career going."
Yeah.
Because I have to put it on somebody, and you were the one that did it. I knew about it. I played the game, but at this point now, I'm going to try to see my political career. You have to take the fall. There's no way he's going to do that, right? I mean, that's just so. This is an interesting game of chess and checkers right now. Like, who's playing what with each other? Like, who's smarter than who? And I think Garino is a pretty smart dude when he wants to be. Like, you look at that Braintree case where they shot up the street, those kids, and they investigated it with the ring cameras. They went door to door. They had yellow tape out. They did the extractions. It was Proctor Buchanan. They know how to run an investigation when they want to, when they have a perp that they want to go after, where they know they can get, and they'll do the right things. But in cases where they say, you know what, let's just kind of take it easy. Word came down from this one. The word came, we got to kind of make things happen here. We got to take care of one of our own. That's fucked up. When you have that much power to wield, and you can do it, life and death, jail time for the rest of your life or not, you walk. It's huge. Like you said, how do you fucking sleep at night? Well,
and look at Tuperino got destroyed in the Walsh evidentiary hearing, said they had a consent for a full search. Then he said he stopped reviewing it when he saw searches out of the scope. When asked why he stopped,
we have to watch this case. Fuck.
I'm telling you, dude, there's no way. There's no way he's gonna get convicted. Everything is circumstantial, Mike.
Fuck.
Yep. And you know what? They could have sat back and done it the right way, Mike. There was no urgency. Granted, there was to find her. Different case. That's a missing persons case, not a unalive case. 2 different things.
If the judge says the evidentiary hearing, we can't let any of the seized phone iPads in because of the warrant. Now the jury's only hear that she's missing. We can't find her. What's gonna put him towards, like, okay, we have Google searches, cell phone call, a GPS tracker. That's all out. And so then they got to drop the charges.
Yeah. Well,
what the
again?
Fuck?
Again, no, they don't.
Okay.
Again, Morrissey will run with this. He'll go to the.
Yeah, he has to, right?
He got to. Again,
Yeah.
he's gonna get back in his guys. That you know.
Fuck.
Yep.
He's fucked.
So
Carino fucked him.
no, they didn't. Garino did what he was told. You think
Okay.
Garino has any type of power within that office?
I don't know. Like, I don't know if he's got.
Tully, Fanning.
Oh yeah, yeah. They told him to loosen it up, keep going, because
It's
you know what? He can't unsee something on a search, even though he doesn't have a warrant for it. But he can say, "Hey, listen, I
is that
can't give it to you in writing, but this is where he was."
is that Sergeant Garino or is it just Trooper Garino?
I don't
Because
know.
Sergeant Buchanan is his direct supervisor, I think maybe.
Sergeant, and then lieutenant. So it'd be Fanning or detective lieutenant, which would be Tully.
Oh,
And then
no,
no, well, he's
no,
not he's not even a detective anymore. He's just Lieutenant Tully.
no, there's a Sergeant Tully.
No,
Didn't
I
they?
thought
Lieutenant?
you could be right. I'm not sure. I thought they dropped the detective part off of him. I could be wrong. I don't know. Anybody in the chat know? I've been so involved with the other shit. I've been this is kind of
And
catching back up now.
my brain's smoked.
Anybody in the chat know if it's lieutenant or it's sergeant for Tully? I believe it's lieutenant. We'll want lieutenant, but I know that Buchanan is still a detective, but not a murder detective.
Why didn't his first lawyer catch this? The first lawyer left. So maybe the first lawyer did catch this and can't fight the system and doesn't want to be the lawyer that's going to call these guys out because this lawyer, hey, I got a career. I just got to pay all my freaking law bills. I'm making $150 a year, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'm not going to be going back to being a public prosecutor, right?
Right.
So that person says, I can't prosecute this, and they bail. They drop the case. They go get another lawyer.
All right, LT. He's a lieutenant. Right. Now he was a lieutenant detective. So they dropped the detective on Tully. He's just a lieutenant. So
okay.
You know, obviously in the Norfolk District Attorney's Office, they don't do like robberies, right? They just have murder police. That's all. They're in charge of murder. Now
they'll have like
wearing a life jacket.
They can set up task force and stuff like that. So that would give them access to some of the violent crimes, which is the.
But out of the Framingham barracks, you'd have PD police, or not bank police because that's FBI, bank robbery, but
right. But no, there's a mass division of that too.
Yeah. Okay. And then now, what's his name? Donkey Lips is out in Holden. Holy shit!
Yeah, what's out there, man?
I don't know. That's way Western Mass, isn't it?
No. Shelby's Western Mass.
I thought she was at Holden.
Central. That's Central Mass.
Oh yeah, I forgot that was a thing. Yeah. Todd McGee says they'll keep the rank, but get rehomed. They will have a hearing to officially demote them in rank. Okay.
That makes sense. I can see that. But again, the people that are going to demote them, they're getting flack from upstairs. So they know what they got to do. It's not their decision, right?
Noble definitely had a flex week this week. He did. I'll give it to him. We were talking about how active he is.
I'll give him this week. He can have fucking the last 2 weeks. He's got catching up to do, my man.
But I think it was me, you, and Nan. It was you, Nan, and myself. We were talking about how inactive Noble has been. He needs to do something.
And then all of a sudden, he's on TV.
Yeah. He's like, he made 3 moves. I was like, wow. And the other thing, too, what Aiden mentioned is that Buchanan's going to drive from Stoughton to Framingham every day.
You know what that ride is? You know what that ride is? Hey.
That sucks, that ride.
And back. So if these people are smart, they'd be on friggin' on his ride home on every overpass. Freed. Every overpass, freed. And them red solo cups. Ride it out freed with red solo cups.
Right.
Every overpass he has to drive by, to and from work.
He lives in Stoughton, drives to Framingham. Fuck. Oh. Hey, he was driving to Canton before, one town over, right there. Nothing, nice back roads.
You think they'll let him use the vehicle, personal vehicle?
I don't know how that works. I tell you, Mike Hartman had a nice truck, the Chevy Tahoe G71 there for a state police vehicle. But
No way.
Oh man,
Oh.
the road. It's an
Hey,
hour and 30 without
good
traffic.
the good news is, Mike, when it snows, he'll have no problem getting through the snow.
I had to shovel my. I've never heard so many times. Well, I had to shovel my truck out.
Yeah,
Like, what,
he'll
dude?
be
You
shoveling
mean
Route
full?
2, that boy.
Yeah. You know how many fucking trucks I pulled out of the snow in my life? Like fucking hundreds. Like
I've got
four low, right over the fucking, Again,
yeah,
like, so if I was a murder police and I had to get somewhere and I had snowbank in front of me and I had
there is
full
no
drive
snow.
my truck,
Oh,
I would fucking go right through it.
bye-bye.
See ya. You
With
can't.
the
I couldn't go tell
overtime
my
I'm making
boss.
with the overtime I'm
Right.
making, call get someone to plow the driveway. Check.
Right. I couldn't tell my boss. Well, I couldn't get there for an hour because I had a shovel. You would be like, what the fuck are you talking about? You have the
Shut
biggest,
up.
baddest truck in the world out there. That thing will go through anything. Oh, you fucking you.
Four-wheel drive in the truck. Yeah.
What the fuck, dude?
But
He
listen,
took what he took one for the team. Yeah. I'd tell Noble that talking. Well, he did make
I'm
some
with them.
moves.
I got you. I'm on your side with that. I mean, granted, last week, yeah, he's been busy, but what about the 3 weeks prior? What about the freaking prosecution of Karen Reed? He has his name on that. His boys did this. His boys,
Oh yeah.
not Morrissey's boys. His boys. They're still state police officers, guy.
No.
They're not the
Well,
DA's henchmen. And why the fuck are they out of a DA's office? The DA's office should be out of a law firm. Get the hell out of there. You
Right.
don't need that office. Get out. You don't need all that. They send all this shit out to Fanning and Crawford anyway.
That's true. It's true.
How can you get paid to do a job that you own a company at? That all the freaking video goes to your company. How's that work?
And it's not
I want
illegal.
that contract, god damn it.
Remember, it's not illegal for them to do it either. They can absolutely do it by the law. They're allowed to do it.
They know when, we'll take their fucking word for it, won't we? Oh, they sure know, don't they? They
It's like
tell you it's not a conflict. Yeah. Of course. What else you gonna say?
Well, yeah, we'll give you the contract to do this stuff, but we need to make sure that we like the times that are put on there. As long as they match up with our story on the timestamps and the time and video, yeah.
Make
no
it work.
problem. Yeah.
Make it work, and if it works, next.
Yeah.
Hey, got another case for you. Hey, got another case for you.
That's right. And you know what they charge for cases? Probably they make good money.
Oh,
how much goes back in how much of a kickback goes back to the DA?
hence why there's a friggin' war chest of how much?
2.4.
Yeah, dude, that's a lot of donations.
That's a lot of fucking money, man.
A lot of donations.
And if he's not going to use it,
that's what I'm saying right there.
Yeah.
They absolutely did. Show me a piece of footage in the Karen Reed trial. You give me that footage, I'll do a better job. You'll have a much better picture quality on what you see in front of you. I promise you. Because everything they sent to you is like
garbage.
Fucking 8th grade freaking computer science class kid.
I'll give you that.
It's bad, Mike, bad.
It's fucking hard. And now, watching Eden this morning is that they actually have the poll cameras from the state police from the rolling rally they have available. I'd like to see that because Michael Proctor said people were spitting in his driveway and driving up on his lawn. But we have poll cameras right in front of his house. Why aren't those discoverable? Why have to wait almost 2.5 years for that stuff?
So my question is this. Wait a minute. Are you mean to tell me they knew what was going to happen, planned for it, and let it go off? If it was such a fucking horror show and you can't do it and it's such a big no-no, yet they allowed this to happen?
I was there
that day. It's like allowing John O'Keefe to be fucking murdered at 34 Fairview. It's like allowing that to go. Senator Birchmore? Yeah, fuck it, allow it.
Right.
Like, who are they to do this shit, Mike? That's almost entrapment. Almost.
Exactly.
We're on that fucking line now. If they have poll cameras up to watch these people drive on a public street.
That's right.
Get the fuck out of here. Right. Seriously?
That's the truth, man.
Mike,
now they're just getting the evidence. They're just getting the footage of it. So Michael Proctor can't say, hey, they did this and they did. We have footage.
What purpose do they have to surveil me?
Right.
And by
Well, it
the
was them.
way, you know what the
Couple of
kicker
us.
is?
What?
Oh, if they queried my license plate,
Oh,
hey, you ready for this? They really fucked
oh,
up.
they
Because you know what? It wasn't even my car. So they questioned an absolutely, completely, 100% innocent person's license plate, registration info for zero. They had zero right. Do you understand what I'm talking about? The person whose vehicle I had wasn't even in the state of Massachusetts, Mike.
were you
And if
there?
I was there, fucking right, I was there.
I
Yeah.
was at. I went to Stop and Shop. I left with the Roll and Rally, and I went to Norwood, Brian Albert's house the
Yep.
first time, and
Yep.
then I was being followed. I took my left, all that bullshit, and I said something's up. Something's fucking not right here. There wasn't one cop at any stoplight. I was figuring there'd be cops
Did you
somewhere.
see that too?
Nothing. There was
No,
nobody.
I didn't notice one anywhere, and I was
Nope.
looking.
Nope. And the reason why I got lost is because he was giving up the next address on
The next
Facebook
one,
Live.
the next
Yeah,
one,
I
and the
and I
next
didn't
one,
have.
and
So the only one I had was Brian Albert. I went there. We were there for 10 minutes, and that was it.
I lost him at one place in Canton. Right? It was on
Yeah.
it was Sarah Levinson's house, I think, but she was outside.
Yep.
I missed
Yep.
that, but we caught right back up with them when they're all going to another one. So I could just follow them. So we did.
Right. Yeah.
The person, but Mike, think about this, right? What if you didn't go to the Rolling Rally and they ran your plate?
And so someone borrowed their car, said
No,
car.
no, you. What if you didn't go to that Rolling Rally and they ran your plate? What right do they have? What probable cause do they have to run your license plate? What infraction did you do to have them run your plate? You.
Was my car there or no?
Doesn't matter. Where
All
were
right.
you? Where
I
were
was
you?
home. I was
You're
home.
home. Does it
Right. My
matter?
car.
Did you break any
Mhm.
laws that day?
No.
Did your
But
car
if
break
I,
any laws? Your car
that's what I'm asking.
your car doesn't have a brain. It doesn't say, let's go break a law today.
Yeah,
It's
but
the
he
operator. It's the fucking operator.
right.
Not the vehicle. It's the operator. Oh my God.
I'm with you. But how do these cop cars today with all this technology in them drive and they scan license plates now?
Easy.
Okay.
Donkey,
You
thank
can.
you very much, my friend.
Oh yeah. Thank you so much, man.
Look at the Superman. You got the Superman logo on his
Someone
chest.
drew that character, man. Is that the Batman one?
I
That's
love it.
awesome.
That's freaking awesome, dude. That is some fucking talent. I wish
Whatever happened with the lady that ran the plate and lost her job? Did she ever land
my
on her
friend
feet?
Janelle.
Yeah.
Yeah, what about her?
Did she ever land on her feet? Do you know?
She always lands on her feet. Listen, I
All right.
tell you, I said this about her a long time ago. There's people that are smart, then there's people that are like really smart that are the quietest
Yes.
people in the world.
Yes.
She's that next level smart, and she's one of the quietest people in the world. And I remember, and this is before Karen Reed. I remember she was instrumental in saving somebody's life as a dispatcher. And she got all sorts of awards, as she should. And she was just like, meh, it's just what I do. Just didn't think nothing of it. It was just another day for her. And yet she saved someone's life. And she's just so,
Matter of fact about it, right?
yeah.
Part of the job, right?
So when you call having the worst day of your life and you call for help,
Yeah.
if there's anyone on the other end of that phone that you want, it's that girl, Janelle. There's nobody else I would absolutely not want. I would want to hear whether I was good, bad, indifferent. Even if I was guilty, I'd want to hear her voice on the phone. She just can. She's like Nan. No, Nan just brings us down, and things just like she just does it. So, I do believe that when they walked in, Buchanan, Proctor, Tully, when they walked in, they took her phone.
What?
They took her phone. First thing they did, they walk in and they took her phone, and they said, "All right, now that you gave us your phone, you're either gonna go, gonna get locked up, you're getting cuffed, and we're gonna haul you off to the barracks in Framingham, and you'll be processed, and fuck you, or you would just put your little password in here."
Oh, I see what you're saying. Yep.
Mike, this happened inside a police station. She was the dispatcher for the police department. And they walked in and they took her phone
Jesus
without
Christ.
fucking warrant. Imagine that.
Fuck. And she gave it up.
What?
Yeah.
You have a gun to this side of your head or a gun to this side of your head? Who are you going to listen to?
Right.
Legit. Who are you listening to?
She had no choice. Wow. So I'm glad she went through it. She lost her job, out of work for a little while, but landed back on her feet. As long as she's happy and everything's all right. And everything was dismissed, obviously, because it was over a year now. Over a year. So, but just to go through that whole thing is like,
so
what procedures did they break to even make that happen?
None.
According to them, right?
No. Listen, if in Stoughton Police Department, if you can go and have sex with somebody because it's not in the policy and procedures manual on the clock on duty, if you can do that because you're allowed, that's why Farwell will get off on, I think, on that. No, legitimate, Mike.
Oh, for having sex on duty, yeah, that's charged.
There's nothing in the manual that says it's illegal or even punishable.
Well, he had sex with her so many times at different ages. You know what I mean?
But
until she's legal, right?
He was in uniform.
Yeah,
having sex with a minor.
That's wrong.
Yes.
Oh, yeesh.
And they all that's just par for the course, dude. So the state police come in, they grab her phone, and they're immediately blasting her, okay, about Aiden.
Right, that's right.
And questioning her. You're working with them, blah, blah, blah. And she's like, whoa, wait a minute. All I did was type in H500. Search. I think it was an F10 command. And so she does this search, and they're all over it. Instant. Like the next day, they're there to threaten her and stuff.
Was that the plate?
Yes, that's Jen's plate.
Interesting.
It's funny how you drove that picture that I have. There's someone driving by with an H500 plate too. I mean, there's a couple of them running around
with duckies all of it too. Kind of funny.
That fucking moving violation that is. So,
Jesus Christ.
So listen. So they take her phone, right, and they send her home. So now, dude, right? Think about this. Her only phone is in the possession of the state police.
Okay.
How does she call anybody?
It's a tough one. You can't really.
How does she call her son? How do I call her to say hi?
How long did they keep her phone for? Do you know if it was a long time?
It was a few days. So, needless to say, through smoke signals in the sky, we got in touch with each other, and she's like, "Listen, they're after Aiden. This is like before they." I'm like, "What?" And she says, "They want Aiden." I'm like, "'Cause of the fucking story he wrote? Really? Like, you can't do that. He's a journalist. What are you talking about, right?" And she's like, "Listen, they have a freaking hard on for this guy, and they want him. You need to get message to him and give him a heads up. They're gunning for him, and they're coming." So I forget where he was that day. I think he was in court, actually. And I'm trying to get in touch with everyone I can get in touch with. That can get in touch with him to say, hey, like not come out and say, hey, they're coming to get your phone, blah, blah, blah. So one way or the other, we get in touch, and he says to me, he says, they don't want me. They want Karen Reed. And I'm like, what? Because this is happening to my friend who's got nothing to do with Karen Reed. She's like
Right.
a couple removed from her,
Right.
from that all completely.
Right.
And that's when he says, no, they want to get us for witness intimidation together. Like they were working together to intimidate witnesses. And I said, what are you talking about? I had no idea that, like, who am I? I didn't know. This is all before everything. This is early days.
Yeah. This is after the hostage video, though. After Morrissey went on there and said,
No, before.
Before, okay.
Before it, yeah. This was early. This is before. This is before Higgins' girlfriend?
I don't know.
After. This is after Higgins' girlfriend. So,
Jesus.
yeah, so even back then, right? Mike, go back 3 years or even 2 years, right? Just go back. Can you imagine? He's had them charges all over his head, knowing they were out to get him since the dispatcher. And even before then, he knew they were after him. So when they finally got him and arrested him, like that's all your dreams and fears come true, right? Like these people are after me and they got me. Now I'm in jail. Like I can't. Damn, what a mind fuck that's gotta be. That these people with guns and badges are actually after you for doing nothing. Karen went through it. Now he's going through it. I can't. How do you process that in your head?
I can't put the dot, like how we got from, being a journalist and to be incarcerated. It's still mind blowing to me with the Lindsay story. He touched on that Lindsay story again last night. He played the audio of them together of the night she said she was going to drive to his house and do that thing in his driveway.
Yep.
It's just like, what a fucking setup. What
Mike,
lengths did they go through to get him? What the fuck?
And that's exactly what I'm saying. They were trying from way back then. Way back.
So that happened before.
Then they got him.
Yeah.
How do you handle that?
Right. I remember we talked. We were together somewhere, and you said Aiden had crashed his truck the other night. He crashed on December 24th, I believe it was. And we were at a standout the next couple of days after that. It wasn't really released yet.
No.
You told me about it. I was like, what the fuck, really?
He was that tired, he almost fucking crashed on the way home.
How much has his life changed since then? Like, he's gotten away from those evil fucking women, girls, wherever they were. Found, did his bid, did everything, saw coming to Jesus meeting, whatever you want to call it. Look at him now. Like, just he learned from his mistake.
Well, and you got to think about it, Mike. Right? I mean, if you rewind the clock, and I can rewind it all the way back from the beginning. Like I was one of the original 11 people that were like following this guy, Turtle Boy. It was different back then. Then he went live in his car, and so to see him back then to where he is today, I can't even begin. I mean, you've seen the growth just in a couple years.
Yeah.
Right.
Yes.
But I've seen it over 10 plus years. So has he grown a lot? Leaps and bounds, like massive. Has he gotten better at writing? Absolutely has.
Oh yeah.
Has he how do I put this? I don't know how to put it. He's got the quality's gotten better. The content's obviously gotten better, but how he handles it is
Yeah.
gotten so much better than
Yeah.
it altogether in the past. If this had happened to him 5 years ago, it would be disaster.
Right.
Disaster. It wouldn't be what it is today. So, yes, he has evolved, we'll say. He's definitely evolved as a journalist out there. So,
I
yeah.
agree. He's
Yep.
only 43 years old, man.
Yeah, he's got all the time in the world. He's all
He's a
set.
youngin.
Good.
He's a youngin. Yeah.
But here's the kicker, Mikey. You ready?
Mm.
What he's learned already, usually
Yeah.
to the mid-50s. Like, that's when
Yeah.
you stop, like, the mid-50s. It's like, all right, I'm not gonna
Yeah.
chase this one and this one.
So-
Yeah. But he's already learned that at his age. So we got nowhere to go but up with this one. So he's the
I'm
next
happy
Howie
for him.
Cap.
Yeah. That's what
Telling
I
you.
keep on saying. Yeah. I think when Howie retires, he's gonna he's gonna get a full-time gig with that station. He'll be writing
And he'll be
articles.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
He can do
You
it.
know?
He's doing it
Yeah.
now, Mike.
How much longer does Howie Carr have?
He's put his time in. And you know what? Howie's not dumb. He sees the writing on the wall. Aiden's the next generation. He sees that.
Right.
There's
Right.
nobody else. Michelle McPhee isn't doing it.
Neither is Lisa Curley. Is that her name? Yeah.
Grace, no.
Grace Curley. Yeah.
Grace Curley.
Yeah.
It's just, and we're not saying that journalism has to be one way, but I mean, the way that he does it,
Right.
it's
Well,
not traditional.
right. Yeah. If you look at the political lineup of Howie too, it's just kind of the same as Aiden, Trumper, MAGA,
Yep.
corruption,
Truth.
all that stuff.
Listen to this.
Yeah.
Hey, I got a good one for you. I can see Howie's saying that.
And he's got a great following, a loyal following. He's been writing in the Herald for fucking decades.
You know what's amazing is his numbers just like he got like 500,000 followers in 6 months. That's ridiculous numbers, Mike.
Highly smart. He adapted with the way technology was adapted. He went with it instead of trying to fight it.
Yep. Pivot.
Got on Twitter. He started doing live broadcasts on camera with like a couple seconds delay, and that was it. And it worked. Look at him. You know, I think Aiden would embrace that role too.
Well, I mean, there's definitely a need for that, and the problem is that the mainstream media has such a grasp on everything. They control everything. They all do. He's not controllable.
I'll give you that. Yeah.
So, the mainstream media, they do control more than we want to say. For them to give him the shot that he needs. I mean, like I told him, like Richie Microdots, he needs to get out of California. He's got a talent. They will absolutely relish out there and pay him for it. They'll pay him for what he's worth. Not that Boston won't, but you'll have lines of people out the door for him just because of his way. Everyone has a way of doing things. His way of doing things is absolutely fucking perfect.
Some people don't want to be that big though. Like if he's got family here, he's got a daughter or something, 6-year-old daughter. That's tough to do. I get what you're saying though, but he did do Alan Jackson's website just to have that on your resume, to have a reference point to say, hey, listen, I can build you a website. Just take a look at this one I did for Alan Jackson. You have that in your repertoire. Are you kidding me? Or David Yanetti's.
How much would you hire Richie for right now?
An hour?
A year. How much a year?
Oh, I'd pay him $250,000 a year.
Okay. I would start there with him.
Yeah, that's
place to live,
all
those perks that you can chuck in.
You can't let that guy go. Once you get him, you keep him.
That quality is there.
Yeah, he's once in a lifetime shot. Like that's the kind of guy you partner with. Like you make him a partner. Like a good lawyer goes into a law firm, starts off. If he's that good, you want to keep him there. You make him a fucking partner.
Yep. So again, I mean, Aiden's got that going for him too.
Right.
Not that I want to take Richie away from him, but Aiden's talent isn't Richie's, and Richie's isn't Aiden's.
But they're
They
better
work,
together.
they work together.
Yeah.
So, you know, I
And
don't see.
maybe
I can't
Aiden's
see
firm
Richie.
can. Yeah.
Well, I can't see Richie doing a rendering or a video on a story that Aiden wrote about Tony
Oh
Fett or
yeah.
something, or whoever, or
Right. Right.
Kate, or whatever it is. It's just, but you know, Richie has a talent,
I would
and
love to see Richie do a microdots video of the Farwell case, the whole takedown. The whole. You don't have to get into the abuse
oh,
part of it, but
just
just
again his
the same
way.
play. Stop putting the same players down, the same office. Berkowitz,
Yep.
all through the 4 investigators through Canton PD, Albert, Good, Lank, McCourt, whoever you want to put in there. Then you have Dunn, the state police trooper, Garino. You could do a whole awesome video because he's got all the footage of a lot of these guys already, and just plug in a Stoughton police interview. I mean, so much
Right.
there that you could put a timeline together.
Yep.
But again, who's going to pay him to do that? I mean, obviously, I would like to see the Birchmore people party pay some money for Richie to do that. And if you want some attraction to that and some more eyeballs, you write Richie a check for 10 grand, 15 grand out of the GoFundMe, and then he makes the video breaking down the whole Birchmore case to where we are today. And he could do it.
Oh yeah.
Make
He can do it. Oh yeah.
make
Absolutely.
15 like a nice 15-minute video from who she was, what she was, where she was, and then what happened with Farwell getting arrested, what's going on now. You would attract so many more eyeballs because it's visual now.
Right.
As opposed to you and I talking about it. It makes when Microdrops came out with the 34 Fairview set of videos, the geofencing, how they got that was fucking huge for a lot of people to buy into it and understand there was a conspiracy and how easy it could have happened if said state troopers didn't do their job. Let's follow along the same Birchmore case. This trooper didn't investigate this patrolman. You know what I mean? Yeah. It's something that I think would be very appealing if the Birchmore fund, we'll call it, or whatever, could raise enough. Because it costs money, but time is money for Richard. I get it, man. It's all he would want to give you a discount, do whatever he has to do. I'm not going to put words in his mouth, but damn, that would be very interesting to see because he's got all the facts in front of him. He's got all the reports.
He's got it.
There's no speculation about what happened or what didn't happen. He's got it right there in front of him, and he's got all the people's names who are involved with this case. Josh Levy, all the way through, all the way down, I should say, to the McNamara, the chief of police of Stoughton. I mean, fuck.
How she get out of this unscathed? How the freak does that happen, dude?
Who? Oh,
McNamara.
I don't know, dude. I don't know.
And she ain't no fucking champion. I'll tell you that right now.
I don't know enough about her. That's why if Richie had some court docs or old, you could really highlight this one. I think because he knows the same players, just change the game a little bit in terms of location, and I think it'd be a dynamite video to make. Because you have the snow again, you have him with another baby, you have a twin brother of him, other people involved, and just kind of put it into a movie script.
Sherry, they all share the same locker room. It's impossible for her not to know. I agree with you 100%. She absolutely knew. And for that chief of police to get up there and say, we did our best and we did what we could, and then
That's right. Sherry's saying too that he did make a video with the Birchmore with Mizzy in it. But I want the whole story.
You want the Karen Reed treatment.
Not so much the back parking lot of that restaurant and all that stuff, which is good, which is fine.
Yeah, you don't need to see that stuff.
There's more to be told. There's more to be told there in terms of what actually happened. And he can just do a scroll through it. I mean, there's so much here. And then, again, right back to Meatball. You want to sink somebody's political career? Here's our shot.
And Mello's not showing up. I see that in Lemonade. Mello's not showing up no more.
Yeah. Yep.
And that's allowed. Again, Mike, how's that happen? He can't do a Zoom? You can't hold a phone in front of his face? Really?
I just say, yeah, you could, but I just don't know the answer for you. Why these people are allowed to keep kicking the can down the road, getting extensions to the. I mean, August something now for the empowerment to get released, and Aiden's sitting on a story, like he said last night. He's
Yep.
did like 10 episodes of information in that doc dump from yesterday or 2 days ago.
Oh, I'm sure there's more than 10. There's 10 big ones, I'm sure. And then the
Right.
sub ones off of that are going to be, yeah. Oh, yeah.
He's
Yep.
sitting on. He's sitting on like.
Oh, yeah.
I can't wait. This. Oh, I can't wait.
Yep.
Can't wait. But I think there's a lot of things that can be done, and I'm sitting here just telling what I think we should happen. But I'm sure other smart people have thought about it too.
But thank God, just thank God we have him.
Right.
We know what we're getting with Aiden. We're going to get this, this, and this. So, and oh, he made a comment about all the other law tubers out there
Yeah.
that are just picking up his case and then just like nothing, just marching on as we should, right?
Yeah.
A lot's got to be said to them too. So
Yeah.
we should
Yeah,
probably thank all them people that are actually thoughtful in being considerate to Aiden, because I mean he's kind of by himself with us. Not no, you add the YouTube community to it. That just opens a little bit bigger windows.
So it's tough on lawyers to shit where they eat around here. You know what I mean? If they jump on
Right.
this bandwagon. Yeah.
And again, there's David Yannetti can't go up and say, "You're corrupt. You're corrupt." Alan Jackson, here you go. You can say whatever you want. And he did. So.
He sure did.
Yeah.
Fuck, yeah. Oh, man. So what, Sherry D, how did the hell did Chico rehome back in January when they just told us? Oh, he's been gone that long? Oh, God. I wouldn't be surprised. I wouldn't be surprised if they kept it from us.
From January, so it's been
Well,
6 months?
that'd be tough because the whole Karen Reed case was going on. We would have found out, I would think, but.
Yeah.
Who told you that, Sherry?
Sherry's got some fucking great questions today, man. Wow. I don't have answers with you. I don't know.
Is Mike still wearing it? I'm wearing a fucking.
It's knitted. It's not quilted. It's knitted.
Jesus Christ. You guys are fucking brutal. But now I got a t-shirt on now. You fuckers.
There you go.
All right. Fuck, man. You guys are critical today.
All right. So I'm going to look at the weather real quick. Does anyone know if it's going to rain today?
Oh, yeah. Off and on, though, I heard. Let me see. Well, it's going to stop raining like after 10.
Okay. That's good.
Yeah.
I like that.
After 10 o'clock, it's going to stop raining. So it says. Mike, you are a complicated and simple man. Yeah, I'll give you that, man. Depends what side of the bed I wake up on.
Yeah.
Oh.
I'm looking. So
Proctor had a trial yesterday to see if he get his job back. Is he just going through the motions, you think?
He appealed it, right?
Right, yeah.
And they have to listen to the appeal. He's afforded that.
Right, okay. That's what I thought.
I don't know. I wish I had that crystal ball, but I will tell you the outrage that will ensue if that happens to come to be. That'll be bad, Mike. Very bad. Very, very bad.
Oh, fuck. I'm worried about this Walsh case, man. I think it's going to blow up.
You think?
Really blow up. Oh, yeah. Yep. Like, I can see it now. You can see it now. It's going to blow up.
I think they're going to do their best to keep a lid on it and not let it blow up.
Well, if you don't get the fucking phones in for an illegal search, kind of what are you going to base it? You know what I mean? Like, I see what you're saying. They're going to do everything they can to get these things into evidentiary and through the yeah. I don't know. There's so much unknown in this whole thing. Kind of like, oh man.
Um, yeah. Hmm.
It's gonna be interesting, man. I don't know. Anybody know when the next Walsh case date is? We gotta watch that one. Cheryl,
Oh,
thanks for becoming a
Cheryl,
member.
thanks for being
Nice.
a member. What date was that? I'm trying to put it in my phone. August what? Tuesday, August 19th.
Proctor follow up. Okay.
Uh,
Does anybody know when the next Walsh one? Can someone look that up for us?
and Aiden's too.
Leads like the 16th. I think. Yeah, 16th.
Proctor follow up. So he's going to go in front of them, plead his case, right?
Yeah.
And then they'll
He's
say they're going to take it under advisement.
right.
All right. So Proctor's the 19th. Aiden is the 13th. Okay. That's what I
Yeah.
thought.
All right. So 13th.
Aiden.
August 13th. August is a Wednesday, 2 o'clock. I know that. Sure. Yeah. Everybody plug it into their calendars. Oh man. October 20th for Walsh. Oh shit, really? That far away?
Wow. Wow.
October 20th is a Monday. Walsh. Now, is it in Norfolk Superior?
No, they moved Walsh out of
I thought so, but the
yeah.
docs all say. I just want to make sure we get that right. I don't know. I
Farwell,
think
August 14th.
August 4th. Farwell.
August 4th. That's right. Yep.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Thanks, Gail. A lot of court dates coming up here. Jesus. August 4th is a Monday. That's fucking piece of shit, Farwell. Fucking scrub.
Ooh.
All right, so he's gonna have pre-trial motions before. That's what I'm gonna be looking into that. Yeah. Does anybody have the search warrant for the Walsh's device? If anybody does Grant's rope belt, look at Diddy DIDI on Twitter. If you have Twitter, go into her profile or his profile, her profile, and look and see if the docs are in there. I'm pretty sure they are. Walsh is in Norfolk Superior, Mary Jo. Okay. Someone just said the C word content
Oh
in
no.
the chat. Oh,
Too
okay.
early
Look
for
at
that.
that. Oh, God. So Diva is still
Yeah, she's
out.
done. Done.
Yeah.
Forever. She can't come back. So when she said her job was on the line, she's right. She's pretty right. Right in the money.
Pretty fucked up how that came back and she got fucked either way.
Mike,
Yo.
no pension, no retirement, no nothing.
But she didn't go. She's not on the. She didn't go on to that post committee thing, right? So she can still get a job someplace else in law enforcement. No. Wow. What the
She can't carry
fuck?
a weapon. She cannot carry a weapon. Ever. Ever. She can't even have an FID card. Put it that way.
Really?
Yeah. She can't have a fucking BB gun. No.
How do you not get an FID card? Like, how do you get ruled out for that? Like a psych eval?
100%.
Wow. No shit.
Yep.
That makes sense, though. Yeah.
Hey, shame on Canton for hiring her, Mike, and paying to put her through the academy. Shame on Boston for taking up the diva situation. They took
That's
over
right.
that.
I know. They took that hot mess.
That was a hot one. That was a hot mess ain't the word. That was a live one they had for Brian. Brian sent her to them.
Yeah.
They did Brian a favor. So
Yep.
Boston Police Department, you're next, buddy. You guys are corrupt. All
Jeez.
he is.
Oh.
Oh, I love it. My buddy.
Oh.
Oh, Ranger.
Yeah, that Deborah went like she worked for the town of Canton, like babysitting kids during the summer and shit.
Oh,
She was
what?
around. She's a townie. You know what I mean? She's been around for a bit, for a fucking minute. But anyways, don't you fuck around and find out. And the way she acted in court was just beyond reckless. Like you're gonna actually spar words with AJ.
Yeah.
What are you fucked?
You could
Seriously,
just you could just see her like her. I think she
just
was
the
really
crazy.
trying to be nice, and
Yeah,
that
the
nice
crazy.
came out as
Yeah,
being mean.
right,
She was
right.
trying to be nice, but she's not a nice person.
Imagine being married to that and having that fucking thing snap on you every now and then. Oh,
Hey,
fuck that.
Mike, like what happens with people like when they get like money raise, when they work and they get a raise and they keep working,
Yeah,
they get a raise. They they end spending more because they make more.
right.
Spend more, make more, spend more, make more, spend more, make more. Right?
Hmm.
Well, she just lost her job for the most part.
So there's
She's
no coming
she's
back.
just no coming back from that.
Wow.
Mm-hmm. Why can't she have a gun? Because she hears voices.
Uh,
She was taken right up the street after her court appearance. It says leave there is definitely more to it. I heard Cox was pissed. She lied. Well, Cox may have
oh,
told her to lie.
oh.
Again, we don't know.
Yeah, like some on the wink wink down low, yeah. What the fuck?
Yep.
Huh.
And we knew that one
Well,
was coming. The minute she said that on the stand, that day we were saying she can't. That's a medical thing. Like
that's right. Yeah,
that's
he called
that's a
out.
real thing in a book. Like that's a condition, and you can't have a false memory issue ever.
No, no, nope,
Yep.
nope.
So now she's got to sell her house because I don't know how she's gonna make 150,000 a year doing anything. Sherry, thank you, dear. Sherry's
I
so
don't.
helpful.
I don't think she fucking thought this one through. Like, because they had her against the wall, and she was instead of taking care of herself, she took care of the thin blue line, right? And the thin blue line ended up putting her to the sidelines. But in the big scheme of things, she fought for the wrong team. She could have just rolled over, spilled the tea. Everything would have been great. She could have went fed. She could have went anywhere, right? If she just did the right thing. But she chose not to. I think she talked to the wrong people. She called the FBI and said, "Hey, listen, I want to change my fucking story."
Yeah.
Right? And
Oh
she
well,
could have said,
she called AJ first, right?
yeah. And then she wanted to make sure if she did change her story, that it wasn't going to be about getting a perjury charge brought up against her.
Right.
That thing. I just think that she could have went. Who knows? She could have went for the. If she really wanted a career in police and Popo, she could have went feds. If she's already at Boston and she said, "Listen, I'm fucked if I say this or say that. I'm feeling the pressure from work. I need to get out of here. What can you guys give me?" Yeah, we love you too. Yeah, thanks you.
Mike, I'm almost positive none of this was her choice. She
She's a
left that
pawn.
courthouse. She
Yeah,
got a phone call, or the next day, go see so and so. Okay, what's going on? Well, yeah, no, you said yesterday that you said this, and yeah, you're done.
Wow.
Yep. Sherry, thank you very much, Sherry. Yeah. So they told her she was done. She's not. They took her off the street. First off, right?
Right. Yeah. They gave her that day shift right away.
Oh yeah, she was from Canton, making
Right.
80 a year. Then she
Yep.
went to Boston for 156 a year.
Day shift.
Day shift.
Because she was keeping her mouth shut, right? And then she gets called to the court. Hey, listen, if you want XYZ to keep staying in place, we need you to do the right thing. She does the right thing. Oh, rug pull.
Done. Well,
Fuck.
I think what happened, right? When they took her in that office and they said, you do the right thing. Part of the right thing is not saying
I
that
was
you
told
told me to do the right thing.
the first fight about the first
Not
little
right.
fight club. Yeah, there
No
was no
fight
fight club. Durr.
So
Fucking ditzy. Or, yeah, that makes sense.
she could have handled it a different way. However, she thought she was smarter than AJ. And that's where that whole
Yeah,
thing went, and it didn't work out good for her.
I think AJ calls people's last names. He says them incorrectly on purpose to get a rise out of that person to see what they're gonna do.
He's got all the little tricks.
Yeah.
Yep.
When he was calling Buchanan a different name, he's like it's
Buchanan.
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 He's just like this. It's Buchanan.
Buchanan.
He didn't say excuse me, Mr. Jackson. It's this is how you put it. Like, he didn't do it politely, so AJ could gauge just by his tone and inflection what kind of person he was going to be off the rip. Good, nice little tactic. I like it. When you think you might have a hostile witness like Diva, and then when she goes, "Well, if you're going to call me by my wrong last name or say incorrectly, I'm going to say whatever back to you." I don't know. Heavy hands. That's a tough one.
Yep.
I don't think she would have let him go in the house. To be honest with you, in my opinion.
Oh, I don't think she cared. I don't know.
I don't know, man.
I don't know about that. There's love out there. There's love.
Yeah.
So this is Carrie's mug.
Oh, Glock for me.
Yeah, this is her mug. So when I have coffee in it every single morning, it's
She
kind
looks
of
at it and goes, "That's
a
my
good
cup."
morning. It's a good morning, Carrie. It's a good morning, Carrie. It's a bucket. Cheryl,
Cheryl.
thank you, Cheryl. Wow.
Super sticker. No, 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 no. Anyway, so Brian LTL is gonna have the juror number 1 on tonight.
11. Paula.
Oh yeah, I'm sorry, 11. You're right.
Oh, yep. She's good. I like Paula. She's again, right? I don't think they knew.
But they were getting, yeah.
Yeah, Ranger, my buddy Ranger's going in today. Can we just say a prayer for my guy?
Yeah, Ranger, buddy. What's everything
Yeah.
all right?
He's got a thing in his leg that they want to. Yeah.
All right.
He's got a screw backing out. They put plates and stuff and screws back together, and one of the screws backing out. So
yeah, that sucks. Oh, so he's got a knee replacement or something, or
just as back paw.
Yeah, so no, it's on 8 o'clock tonight. It's juror number 11, not number 1.
Paula.
Sorry, guys.
Yeah. She's
Paula.
great.
Yeah.
Paula, I like Paula because she's not afraid to tell the truth, Mike. Right? And it's not just the truth, but it's what happened. It's the factual stuff. Oh my goodness. What is this? Nan.
200.
Wow.
I like that YouTube profile picture too. That looks good.
Joey Kane. Thank you. Yeah, it's a good picture of Nan, huh? It's her eyes. Look at her eyes.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, huh? You're looking right through you. Jesus. What is she back up here? Well, it's like she's like, I fucking see you.
That's a really good picture.
Cheryl, thanks for the $20,
Cheryl,
man. Wow,
please,
Jesus,
thank
man.
you.
What do we do today? Because it's a rainy Wednesday and we're getting some stupid stickers and stuff. We appreciate it, man.
Yeah, I think people are gonna.
RVA, five nickel. Thanks, buddy. Yeah, you got the smoky eye. Thanks, you, Sharon. Like, you get that. It has that smoky eye look. That's like that, that little seductive look to her from in that picture, anyways.
It looks good. It's that. It's I don't know. She's been
So,
holding out all this time with all the good pitches. What's up with that? Have
no,
we
really.
now see the good pitches in the end? Why we wait so long?
So, is it true about the lawsuits or the pending, not the lawsuits, but the indictments that are going against the trolls that were harassing Paula via Twitter or Facebook? Is that something? Is that got any weight to it? I haven't really been following that.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
All right.
Yes. And our boy there, antiquated rogue there, our buddy. He's looking for a lawyer. I think he is one of the people that was actually attacking that poor juror, Mike. So, co-workers of Diva are embarrassed by and don't want anything to do with her. Well, that kind of don't have much of a choice. Yeah, Paula is savvy. I like how she's intellectually like brilliant.
Yeah, she's a smart girl.
Yep.
Dan is beautiful. Love her lips. Okay.
Who said that?
Donkey. C-Star.
Donkey says that.
C-Star did.
All right. Donkey says that. Oh, need that one. Where is this?
Oh, it is good.
I need that.
Cheryl, another 20. What is going on with we're getting some money in our strings today, man. I love it. All right, so which Stoughton police up first?
Wow, yeah, Cheryl, thank you.
Yeah, it's a good question to Diddy. It was from Fursky. Is that which Stoughton PD employee told Farwell about the phone call? That's the dispatcher, I believe. I don't think. I think you're right. It's not listed in any court docs yet. Just I saw that on Twitter. Just want to let everybody know because that case needs some explaining to do and dumbed down into visual for a lot of people that take it visually, like Microdots videos, so to speak. And maybe it's just busy sitting in front of a screen for 20 minutes and talking about all the connections, like about what happened. I don't know.
Yeah,
Richie's better at it than I am. So
right, and how do we get him to put the beginning story together? Because we just need the beginning, the one that's going to hook everyone in to say what the hell is going on.
And I think you get all the other law tubers that are following Aiden right now that can use this as content as well, and put this together with the same people that are trying to prosecute Aiden, Karen, Walsh, Birchmore are all tied in together. It's the same office.
Yep. Wow.
Pretty fucking.
You ever think we'd be sitting here talking about this?
No.
This rot.
No.
It's.
Nope. And what are the things we don't know yet? If we keep doing it, so 30 years of being a DA, how much shit has he buried? Oh.
Let's look at the last, I don't know, 5?
Go back 50. Yeah, go back 15 years, 10 years.
The last 5. Yeah, how are the nurses doing with the brain tumors? We got that going, right? Yep. Like that just disappears out of the news. Not like that's no. It's not a big story. Don't just. How many places are there where there are other nurses that aren't getting any traction? There's no one looking at this. No one's helping them out. Yeah.
No, it's completely gone. Skip Tracy, that's right. Yeah.
Yeah, that guy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, he's a piece of work too, that guy.
I remember you had interactions with him, I think.
Yeah. Not personally yet. Can't wait for that day.
Michelle Farwell, New Jersey. Love from New Jersey. Yeah, New Jersey,
We're
man.
going all over the place here. We had California earlier this morning. It's early out there, Mike, and they're up listening to us.
Yeah, it's like 5 in the morning. Yeah.
We never did
Fuck.
get that, Sherry. Where is that?
What was speech? That disappeared. I saw it.
Who cut it?
Yeah. So the town of Canton filmed it. Canton CC, whatever it was, TV, filmed it, and now it's gone. Well, it's somewhere probably. That's where Higgins gets up and says, if you want to hide a body, Berkowitz is your guy. He knows where all the bodies are.
He's the guy.
That's never been. And Higgins at the time, this is after the O'Keefe case had started, it was done, and we're going into the summer of that year, is when Berkowitz's retirement party was. Yep.
Wow.
Oh.
Yep.
All right, man. I gotta take off. I gotta.
All right, brother.
Shit with the dogs and stuff.
Yeah. Well, enjoy the day. Be safe and catch you in the morning.
All right, pal. I'll talk to you guys. Chat. See you later, chat. Thanks for all the contributions today, guys.
Yeah, amazing.
Right. Oh, Louis Chintra. Yeah, he might, for the town administrator, I have that tape. I know Helena had it for the Berkowitz speeches. Classic, man. All right. Talk to you.
All right, brother. All right. So you guys are just incredible. Film Freak membership. Donkey. Cheryl. Thank you for becoming a member. And this Cheryl super sticker. Thank you very much. And Joey Kane. Membership. Man. Joey Kane, another membership. Thank you, Joey. And then Nan. Wow. I don't even know how to say thank you to that. Wow. Cheryl, $20. RVA, I like the way you work it with no diggity. They better grab Higgins up. Yep, no doubt. Dog. Cheryl Colvin, another 20. My goodness, Cheryl, thank you. In New Jersey, Michelle, thank you so much for watching. We appreciate every single person here. You know, we're just trying to. Oh, my poor buddy. My friend, the dog, is going to see the doctors today, so I worry about him. My friend Ranger. All right, everybody. Listen, it's gonna be a wonderful day. The sun's shining just above the clouds, but it's out. And it's a great day. So, with that said, love you all. I really appreciate everybody. If you get a second on your way out, hit that like and subscribe. I think YouTube says like 40% of you guys aren't members, like subscribed. So, just throwing that out there. But you guys are the best. I love you guys. The chat is just brilliant. You guys, again, make it so much easier to have the stuff like right there. So, all right, everybody. It's been a day. It's been a great way to start the day. Have a wonderful day. Enjoy it. Be safe. Be healthy. And we'll catch you guys in the morning. Bye-bye. Love yous.
Cold mornings, cracked pavement, courthouse steps. He's there before sunrise while the world still rests. No cameras needed, no spotlight glare. Just a man with a purpose, always standing there. Facing the crowd, but the fight in his veins. Truth in his hands, pushing through the rain. Karen sees him, she knows what it means when you've got boots on the ground and you fight for your dreams. Boots on the ground, day after day, standing for truth in the hardest way. for credit, don't ask for praise. Just fight in the good fight in 1,000 ways. When the cameras fade and the voices die, he's still right there, never asking why. He's got a handshake that you can trust, eyes that don't blink when it comes to us. Karen smiles because she knows it's true. She's got a soldier and his name's CPU. Boots on the ground, day after day, standing for truth in the hardest way. No fame, no hoarding, just a promise kept. Tom CPU, you never left. When the courthouse is empty and the crowd's gone home, Tom's still walking, he's never alone. 1,000 steps, 1,000,000 prayers, because justice don't sleep and neither does he care.